Hello everybody and welcome back to competitive multiplayer. So we're now in August. I need to first of all just double check our greenhouse. Yeah, it's doing fine for water. I didn't fill it up at the end of the previous episode, we were very busy, but it wasn't a problem as it turns out anyway, because we're still 60% full in the next month. So we're going to continue with the harvest first of all, and we will refill the greenhouse today, but it's not the priority. It's got plenty of water to be getting on with. So yeah, we're in the canola field, and some good suggestions in the comments section of the previous episode, such as selling this field once we have harvested it. Now that is absolutely fine, we can do that. The field flipping rule always has been, and always will be, that if you're going to sell a field you have to have drilled it at least once in the past, and we harvested the first crop and then I drilled this crop. It doesn't have to have a crop in it when you sell it, you just have to have drilled it at some stage. So yeah, we could sell it and we could get a better soil type field, because it's actually not a very good soil type, this particular field. And well, how much is it worth? 62,880, so it's not worth an absolute fortune. But we could put that money into a more local, well, it's not very far away, but we could put it into another even closer field to us. It's a shame that field number 15 isn't, a better crop. It's a root crop, which we can't really harvest, and I'm not going to harvest it. Even if there was some kind of really cheap trail machine, I still wouldn't do it, because that would take forever. It would absolutely destroy the series, because it would take forever. We'd do some of it, and then we'd run out of time, and the rest of it would just wither. So it would be a total waste of time. Although, yeah, you could just buy it and then just immediately cultivate the crop in and put a cover crop in or something. As long as you're not wasting time harvesting a root crop. But I don't think you could do that anyway. I don't think there would be an affordable harvester. Even if you're renting, it wouldn't be less than 100,000 necessarily. Okay, so lots of things to consider. We do need to find a better soil type field. But let's just get this harvested first of all. We're going to get it all into our silo. And that is the canola harvest done, because we don't have any more fields, but we do have more to do in this harvest. I haven't actually checked the other two fields. I don't know if they're ready. I don't think one of them will be ready. I think one of them is like October, November, that'd be the soybeans. As for sorghum might be actually. Let's have a quick peek over here. Yes, it is. That must be the sorghum, yeah. It is, for number 5. So we'll get over there and we'll harvest that. Again, it's going to be going into the silo because it's probably going to be used for chicken food, but it's not guaranteed, since we do have some barley left, and they're not getting through their chicken food that quickly. But yeah, we just need to first of all take this trail load to the silo, and we're going to get our grand total today, because we've not sold any canola yet. get it all put into the silo, and we'll get the total. Yeah, so the thing about this field is it's actually quite a good area for doing a big greenhouse production area. That's what kind of puts me off selling it. But if we have another flat area for greenhouses, then that's fine. It makes perfect sense to buy this big field here. If only that was a wheat field or something, it would have been ideal. Anything but a root crop. Anything. So I don't know how the chickens are doing, but I suspect they have filled that pallet now. Yes, they have. So we've got a full pallet. Good to see. We'll be selling that when the price peaks, which will be November, so not long at all. Dump the canola. So we're going to have a bit of a moving operation, and it might seem excessive for just one field, but we could keep the combine over there after this because we're going to be in the neighbouring field in a couple of months, so I don't think we'll bring it all back again. It's just a waste of time. And as we know, there's no vandals or thieves in this game. We don't need to worry about just leaving it out in the open. Right, okay. So what was it, about 5,000 litres in the combine, I believe. Yeah, 5882, and we already have 24,200 litres in storage. Oh, we can sell that in November as well. Looks like November is our month. Empty. Okay, so I'm just going to take everything here to the next field, and I'll see you back at the yard when we're unloading that trailer. I actually feel like we should buy this field. We have to go through it to get to our fields anyway, so it doesn't really feel right that we don't own it. Yeah. What sort of I suspect it's very good actually for number 6. 47 loam, 50% sandy loam. Okay, and that one was mostly loamy sand, which is not great, and silty clay, which is also not great. So yeah, I think for number 6 would be a good one. It would cost £26,000. And the field size is only 1.7 acres, whereas that one is 4.6 acres. Okay, well, lots of things to consider. Maybe we are better off getting 2 better soil type smaller fields than just one worse soil type bigger field. Probably. Obviously, the ultimate goal is to get the field just next to the yard, but this is not the year for that. But that is the last of the canola. You probably could actually estimate how much money we've just made there when we start at the best time. We're not going to know the exact figure yet because it won't necessarily be 2,127. It might be more, and hopefully it will be more. But we have 30,000 litres pretty much, 30,081. Very good, I would say. So we're looking at probably around £60,000-70,000 depending on where that price ends up. So we need to get to the other field now because obviously we need the trailer to transport our sorghum back. Not expecting a great deal of sorghum. It's a very, very small field, but it's all going to be handy. That's a good shed. I'm pleased that's there. Handy to reverse into. Well, but not literally into. Through. Yeah, we don't want to be demolishing stuff. Anyway, I think we should put one field in as barley. Probably this field here. But we could, at this point, afford to put a cover crop in first. Because barley can be done in September and October. And then I think we'll probably spring crop all the other fields. Right, so let's get that sorghum harvested. Pop that trailer there. Get our header attached. The other one is field number 4 actually. Now, as I mentioned before, I don't want to go on about this too much because it looks like there probably isn't anything in there, but it has been mentioned by someone that there is a invisible barrier in that field, but it's never actually been found, so there might not be. So I'm not really worried about buying for them before. I think I would buy it, and if I find it, then well, we've found it. We can always sell a field again if it is a pain, but it looks like there probably isn't anything in there anyway. Or maybe it's in there for some people but not for others, who knows. It would be actually quite fun to find out anyway. Get to the bottom of it. But yeah, sorghum. Field number 4 is yeah, oh, it's 100% loam. Wow. There it is in front of us. What is it though? I can't tell what that is. When I'm not trying to focus, I'll take a look. Quickly. Dreaded peas. Goodness me, I can't harvest peas. But yeah, field number 4 looks like what an amazing field for soil types. Well, I suppose we could just cultivate it in again. I don't like doing it, but I'd have a choice because we literally can't afford a harvester to harvest peas. We can't rent one. Too expensive. Pretty sure there's only the one self-propel one. Yep. £571,000. Oh dear. That's quite expensive. We're about to buy that harvester, that pea viner, on the Hutan Pantai series. And we're 100 and... what, 100 and how many? 172 episodes in maybe? 174 for members, I think. Yeah. So it's taken that long to be able to properly afford it. We could have afforded it a long time ago, but it would have been a big chunk of money. We'd have had to take out a loan. And we can't do loans on this series. That is against the rules. So, yeah, we'll just cultivate the peas in if we bought that field. No major problem. Okay, so here we are at the next field, field number 7. And it's actually also field number 4. And yeah, I would love to buy this field. I think it'd be a great field to buy. Just seems to be an ideal one. Oh, actually, field number 10 is also very good. And that is currently what, grass? I think it's probably grass. Yep. So maybe it'd be safer to go for that one anyway. And it's close to the yard, but how do you get to it? Do you get to it through this field? We do. So we access it through our field. You actually can't drop down from Chainsaw's farm, I don't think. Chainsaw's flying too. Yeah, so if we can aim to buy this one and this one, that could be really good. I wonder if we can afford that with the money from that field. So that would be 26 and 32. Yes, we should be able to then. Yeah, that could be absolutely brilliant. Should we do that? I think it'd be a wise idea. Okay, so I think I have to log in as an admin to do this. Yep. So it's 4.6 acres. That's 2.3. It's 1.7. But these are much, much better fields. And if we get onto this map, you can see our green. Our green is spreading. So we've completely moved away from this area now. Nothing. We don't own anything over there. It's all over here. Yeah, and I guess it's just going to be a battle for who can buy Fern and Bright next. But I'm not really desperate for it. It's not the best field ever. Of course, we will have to pay for the data for these fields. It's 437 for that one and 350 for that one. Okay. We do know the information, but we need to know the pH and we need to know nitrogen. We know that it's loam. We know the soil type. Yeah, there you go. 100% loam, 50% loam on that one. And it's all looking good. It's all looking really, really good. So we're just lacking pH and nitrogen. And weed control, apparently. But it's all looking extremely good. Okay, right, so we will get this taken back to the farm. This is all chicken food most likely, but it might get sold. It's sort of emergency chicken food. And as we have two grass fields, well, I think we'll probably benefit from that. We'll get some higher nitrogen levels from those. They're going to have to be direct drilled. But we are going to have to do pH actually. We're going to have to pH. So we need a bigger spreader. We need a drill. And well, I would love to get a cover crop into one of these fields today. Blimey, a windmill's cropped up. Chainsaws put that in. So sorghum in, barley out. We do the water as well. We don't really need much barley in here anyway. Oh, I always try and back up. I can never reverse around here. There we go. So yeah, we'll put this straight into their trough. And then we'll do the water. Oh, their trough is over there. Yeah, they never take much. So this is probably empty. It's probably been taking the water from this, I would imagine. Okay, I was wrong. But yeah, that's a full load to go in. Surprising it took all that. It must be almost full now. Wow. Oh yeah, there's been a few comments about the traffic. It does drive around in big groups, and some people have said, well, just turn it off. I think the reason why I wouldn't want to turn it off is just because it would make the map feel a bit dead. But yes, it is a bit strange how there is such a massive queue. I don't know, I can't really decide. nice to have traffic. Alright then. Pop that into there. So what we need to do now is we need to get lime. We need to make sure our fields are perfect pH. So if I just find a spreader which can do lime, we'll rent it. We do have some modded ones on here. Working width. What's the working width? That's obviously going to be a factor here. That one can spread manure as well. Wow. 18 meters, this one. And this one, does it say? Don't know. But I'm kind of tempted to go for this one anyway. What's this one here? Yeah, I think we'll just go with this one. Does it cost more for a colour? No, it doesn't. Okay. Nice. Well, we'll go for that. Shall we buy it outright or shall we lease it? 382 is not a bad leasing price. I think we'll lease it. Yeah, we can definitely do lime. Wonderful. I have no idea how much lime to buy, but I know it takes a fair amount. I'll buy 3, because we can always buy more. That's the thing about it. Okay, so, yeah. Every field that we own needs to be spread. So, I actually have no idea how long this is going to take, because if it's only going to put a thin application on, we're not going to be refilling very often, and we'll be done in no time. But, yeah, I don't think they'll be too bad, but they will need some. Yeah, looks like a good spreader. We'll probably replace our spreader one day, well we will. But I can't decide if it would be with one of these or if it would be an even bigger one. Might be worth going even bigger. But let's just get it refilled. These should fit. Well, no, wait, we'll fill it. We'll fill it, and there should be a bit left over. Should be like half a bag left. So first field is going to be the one which I'm going to probably put barley in. With the oak trees. Oh, I can't wait to do those oak trees, cutting them down. It's going to give us a lot of money. Hang on, I wonder if I could... yeah, because it's not cheating. I wonder if I could put the bag on top of the spreader. We have the store forklift here. It might fall off. But if it doesn't, that's going to be handy. Oh, engine's running. Turn that off. Come along. If only I could throw a strap over it, that would be handy. Anyway, here we go. Let's spread lime. I'm not quite sure how these are staying on, but they are. I'm not complaining. That is certainly saving us a lot of time, because we could have brought these on a trailer. We do have that other trailer. But if it works, we might as well do it. I wish you would stop zooming in though, that's the only thing. So we are almost at field number 6, our new field. We're going to put lime on there. We'll put lime on the sorghum field that we just harvested. And, well, we do need to get to field number 10, but I'm just wondering if I can actually get through without driving in the crop. We cannot destroy the crop. Okay. So, I've just realised I've just done all that with the slider open. Not to worry. So, we're off. What's it doing? How much is that consuming? Not bad, actually. Not too bad. We do need the bags to fall off before we can use them. It won't let me take them from above, even if the cover is off. Please stop zooming in. That's the only thing. Not as easy to see where we've been either in this field, but it will just be direct drilled in the next episode. Because yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to put cover crops in the fields which are going to be done in the spring. Then we'll get a subsidy in February, and we're just going to go straight in and drill the winter crops. So we're going to put barley in at least one field. Probably, actually, the more I think about it, the more I feel like I should do it in more. But I suppose then we wouldn't get the subsidy, although the subsidy probably isn't very much. It's not very high in February, but it's still something. Realistically, I think we only need one cereal crop. We'd probably benefit more from doing soybeans or something in the other fields. Oh, we need to buy a diesel tank too, because we're going to run out of diesel. So that's kind of important. Yeah, if these bags fall off, that's actually a really good thing. Just as long as they don't fall off where I haven't been yet. If I can refill... Well, we don't need to refill yet. But we will. Okay, yeah, so we do this field, we'll do that field, and we might go to field number 10. Hopefully we can do. Otherwise we're going to pay, I don't know, £40 daily fee, which isn't going to break the bank, but it's still an extra payment.
Drive a faster car, lay my troubles to rest, blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars.
Looks like that was a pretty good guess as to how much we needed. We do still have a bit in the bag, but actually I think we have almost a full bag. But we'll just take that back to the yard. Although it will be needed in field number, what is it? Field number 7, I think. Yeah, field number 7. So it probably doesn't need to go back to the yard. Blimey, I pressed the wrong button. You come here. I think that's what I'll do. I think I will actually load it up into here, and then I'll drop it next to field number 7, and then we can return the spreader. So that's actually been really good. Now, I did sort of squeeze through here. It was quite tight. I had to drive on a very, very small amount of crop, but nothing too serious. Like that corner there. Yeah, so this is going to be a great crop that we get in all these fields. We're going to make sure it's all as good as it can be. We'll rent a roller again at the end. We'll seed it and we'll roll it. It's going to be wonderful. And then when we do get some surplus money, I'm going to try and get another greenhouse or a polytunnel. But I need some flat land. Definitely need to be flat. I don't know if I can get another one in where the other one is, at the main yard. And the perfect place is that root crop field, which we don't own, but that'd be the perfect place because it's so close to the yard, where the water tank is. Okay, so actually no, I'll probably, there's not really much space up there, so I'll probably drop it here. Make sure it's out of the field. That'll do. And then yeah, this needs to be returned. And we need to find a place to build the diesel tank. I think he calls it a petrol tank. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, let's return this. There we go. It's been extremely handy. Very, very good mod. Do we need to backload anything? I don't think we do. I need to get the front loader for the Massey Ferguson still. And I probably should set the polytunnel to storing because January is going to be the best time for selling lettuce, and if we can stockpile a decent amount, then we're going to get a better price than if it just automatically sells. So I think I'll do that. I've had some comments as well saying delete some of these sheds and put the greenhouses here, but you can't actually delete them. They are permanent. Right, so yeah, we could squeeze another one here, but it would be a bit more expensive with the landscaping. Plus, as I said, we need to get our diesel tank in, so let me just go into construction. I think it's in containers. Yeah, so 5,300 plus the diesel itself. It's not going to be... obviously we need to get a combine in, so I can't put it in the courtyard. It's not going to be that expensive. Maybe about here. Would that be an issue? I think that would be okay. I'd still be able to, you know, come around here and then back up. Oh, I can't decide. You know what I'm like. But I'm just thinking about combines because you've got to be able to get close enough with a combine. Like, actually, over here would probably be better. Let's try that. Hopefully I haven't made a mistake. So we don't need that much diesel at this stage. I think probably 500 litres will be absolutely fine. For the time being. We can always just buy more if we need more. And yeah, we're still left with £16,000, so it's really not bad. Let me change that greenhouse to storing. There we go, we're refueling. Wonderful. Yeah, so lettuce, storing. We have our diesel. Perfect. Yeah, so next time we're going to have to rent the seed drill, and as I said, except for the field which has got the soybeans in, every field that we own will need to be drilled. The grass fields will have to be done with a cover crop, unless I decide to put a winter crop in, and this one is definitely having a winter crop. This is going to be barley. And as you can see, the nitrogen's bad, but that's not a problem. We have our own fertilizer spreader for that. Yep, this is all looking very, very promising. But we do need the front loader. I definitely do need the front loader. Were there any good contracts today? Because we'll miss any if we don't do them. Wow. There's a lot of harvest. Oh, they're mostly root crop, okay. There is that one. But to be honest, we've got our playful. And that is the end of this episode. And next episode, we're going to be busy drilling and doing all that sort of stuff. So contracts will have to wait for a quieter time. But as I keep saying, this... Please stop stuttering. This is the field which I want to buy. Come on, game. Yeah, you can see direct access. This would be ideal as a field to do crops and productions in. We could probably put greenhouses here and have the rest as a crop. But that is, I think, what was it, 100 and something thousand? It's a big field. It's actually 7.8 acres. It's 105, basically 106,000. But it's a good soil type overall. So yeah, when we've got the money, we'll go for this. But it's the wrong crop anyway. Right, I think we're going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please do stay tuned. Please do also remember to like and subscribe. Always is very much appreciated. And there's a link down below to change this video. Always check that out as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.